we're going to reduce the matrix 2, 3, 1, 0, 2, 4, 0, 1, 3. We're going to do that by elementary row operations. And for each elementary row operation, we're going to write down the corresponding elementary matrix, the elementary matrix by which we would multiply the matrix to get our next step, and the inverse of the elementary matrix. Okay, so the first step in reducing this matrix, we've got a 2 here, we want a 1. So we're going to multiply the first row by 1/2. So we do 1/2 times row 1. Well, to get the elementary matrix, we do the same thing to the identity matrix. We multiply the first row by 1/2. Well, the elementary matrix has 1s on the diagonal. If we multiply the first row by 1/2, we end up with 1/2 on the diagonal. And of course, we have zeros off the diagonal. The inverse of the elementary matrix is the matrix you would use to go from here to here. What would we do to get from here to here? We would multiply the first row by 2. So the inverse of our elementary matrix, E1 inverse, is 2, 0, 0, multiplying the first row of the identity by 2. Okay, the next step, we're going to multiply the second row by 1/2. Okay, so 1/2 times the second row, we get, instead of 2, 4, we get half of that, 1, 2. Multiplying the elementary or the identity matrix, and here's an identity matrix. If we multiply the second row of this matrix by 1/2, corresponding to multiplying the second row of this matrix by 1/2, we get this matrix, the 1/2 here. If we wanted to go from here to here, we would do the inverse operation. We would multiply the second row by 2. So that the inverse matrix, the inverse of the second elementary matrix will be this. Next, we're going to add -1 times the second row to the third row, which will get rid of the 1 here. So -2 times the second row plus the third. You can check this out. I mean, here's what we get, okay? We do the same thing to the elementary matrix. We multiply the second row by -1 and add that to row 3. And we get this matrix. And I hear somebody calling my name, so I'm going to step away for a minute.